straight from the campus of SUNY Poly. We welcome the Oneida County Executive Anthony Picente, along with Felton Jr., the Vice President of Operations for Cree. Thank you both so much for, making that announcement and getting right up here to our studio. We're going to reiterate a lot of the details that we've heard over the last hour, but one of the things that I definitely wanted to touch on, and the governor spoke about this, AMS left us at the altar, if you will. That's what he said. So I guess my first question to you is, what is it about the Mohawk Valley that has you making this promise to come here?
Well, I think it's a tremendous opportunity for us. We have a great workforce that we think we're going to be able to develop here with the Mohawk Valley Community College system, with SUNY Poly Utica, also with all the other state institutions you have around higher education in New York. And so anytime you're going to build a world-class manufacturing facility, it starts with the people. And so we believe we're going to be able to build a great team that's going to allow us to build a great future here.
600 jobs, we're told, an average salary of $75,000. How can this transform Oneida County?
Well, it's clearly what we've been working on for the last really 20 years when you look back at the site and how much development went into it. And with a company like Cree, they've very heavily invested in STEM education, which is something we've been working on. It really does bring all of this home in terms of how and what we've been working for. The progress we made on so many different fronts in terms of the educational system that Rex refers to, that is key to our developing that workforce of the future. And we've been working on that even with the displacement, if you will, of AMS some years ago. We never gave up. We never stopped. We never stopped cultivating the workforce. We never stopped cultivating the site. We never stopped cultivating the overall attitude of this region, which is so important in what we're doing today. Because
that, not giving up, now you have a site that's ready. Did that make your decision to come here that much more appealing?
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's a site that the community here has invested quite a bit in to ready it for an operation like we're going to build, and it's going to be an operation like no other. So yeah, but absolutely that had a huge play in it.
You talk about getting a lot of the students here locally ready for these jobs that you're bringing in. That's obviously, a little bit down the line, but we're also bringing in a lot of people from out of town that are going to have to fill these jobs.
Well, usually, absolutely. And we knew that, and we've known that regarding these fabs, especially when you're talking 600 employees. They have an experience with this. The internships that the CEO, Greg Lowe, talked about today are important for us as well. Putting those people to work, and really the difference here is the North Carolina to New York piece too. That is significant for us because often we lose manufacturing to the southern states.
I'm trying to get a grasp, and we're hearing this announcement when you're hearing this announcement, so I'm trying to get a grasp on what Cree actually makes. So components to various different things. I saw light bulbs was one of them, and I heard about the electric cars, radio frequency. What is Cree going to actually produce in Marcy?
Yeah, so Cree is a semiconductor company, so we have two main parts of our business. The materials part of our business, which makes we call substrates that you build the chips off of, and then we make chips. And so this is a wafer fab which is going to build integrated circuits. And so some of the applications you mentioned, whether it be automotive, chips that go in things like inverters that make electric cars go farther and charge faster. Also 5G networks, right, or some of the other applications that these chips would go into. So really exciting things, the things that are going to be the future drivers of a lot of the, we believe are going to be the growth areas for semiconductor.
Well, if you need us to test anything, you just let us know. Steve DeMio talked about the timeline a little bit, but you are hoping to start construction next year still?
We're hoping to start construction as soon as we can get a design finalized, work through a general contractor to figure out how we're going to be able to build the building and how quickly we can do it. But really, as soon as we can get going, we want to. Right now, we think that's the beginning of next year, but if we can do it even sooner, all the better.
Thank you so much for coming in. Now time to have these job fairs, right?
Job fairs, right. and more work to do on the site as well, but really an exciting time and really is something to celebrate today.
Thank you, Rex. Nice to meet you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Kristen.
And we are